Heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
G'day guys, my name's Dave Tran and welcome to another Throwback Thursday edition of a Guitar Zero to Hero song tutorial. And in today's lesson, to pay tribute to Leonard Cohen, who just recently passed away, I'll be teaching you his timeless classic, Hallelujah. Now in this lesson, I'm going to teach you two different ways of playing this song. The first version is going to be a simple strummed version, and for the second version, I'll teach you a nice finger picking pattern that you can use with the same chords to change up the feel a little bit. I also want to note that this is not the Jeff Buckley version, this is the Leonard Cohen version that I'm teaching you, but they're both quite similar anyway. So for the basics, you'll need your guitar in standard tuning and no capo, and you'll need to know 5 chord shapes. Now if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. If you like the free ebook, then you can also pick up the physical copy on Amazon, and the link is in the description below. The 5 chord shapes that you'll need to know are C, A minor, F, G, and finally E major. Before we get into the song, I want to note that this song is in 6/8 timing. So it's got a little bit of a waltz feel to it. 6/8 timing means that there's 6/8 notes in every bar. So the count I'll generally use is 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. But you can also go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so let's start with the easy strummed version. Starting with the intro, and we just have 2 chords. It goes C and G. Now we're going to use a strumming pattern that will go like this. Down, 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 up, down. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And in succession, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. You're going to play that once for each chord in the intro, which will sound like this. For the verse, we have 4 lines of chords. Our first line will be quite easy. It'll just be C, A minor, C, A minor. And then we go to the second line of chords, which goes F, G, C, and now back to G. You're going to play each chord for one strumming pattern as well. Now when we get to the third line of chords, we go C, F, G, A minor, and F. Now you'll notice up in the annotations here, I've put the F and the G together in a set of brackets. Now that just means that these 2 chords are shorter than all the rest. Both those chords are just going to be played for the first half of the strumming pattern, which is just the down, down, or the 1, 2, 3. So that third line will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So notice that F and G are just half of that strumming pattern each. Finally, the last line of chords is just G, E, and then A minor. Now the A minor is extended for 2 strumming patterns, but for the second time it's played, you can just choose to strum it once, or you can play through one strumming pattern. It's up to you. So altogether, the verse will sound like this. And that's it for the verse. It's such a great chord progression, and when you play the chords by itself like that, this is one of those songs where you can just hear the melody on top of it, which is absolutely genius. And there's not many songs out there that can be so easily recognized by their chord progressions. Now we get to our chorus, and it's nice and easy, just one line, 5 chords in total. We go F, and then A minor, F, and then we go C, and then G. Now above each chord you'll see a little number, and that will just indicate the amount of strumming patterns you'll need to play for each chord. So for the F, A minor, and F, you'll need to play 2 strumming patterns each. And then for the C and G, just 1 strumming pattern. So the chorus in total will sound like this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. Now generally after every chorus, except for the last ones at the end of the song, we'll play 2 chords which we'll just consider a post-chorus, and they're just the same as the intro chords. It's C and G for 1 strumming pattern each. So the post-chorus will just be like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And then you head back into another verse. So that's it for the easy strummed version. If you want to play along to my playthrough with a vocal track on top, then just skip to the end of the video. Otherwise, keep watching and I'll teach you a really nice fingerpicking pattern that you can use for this song. Alright, so for the fingerpicking basics, you'll just need your thumb to take care of the 6th, 5th, and 4th strings, and your index, middle, and ring finger will take care of the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings respectively, and they won't pluck any other strings other than the ones they're assigned to. Now in terms of chords and timing, absolutely nothing changes from the strummed version that I just taught you. We're just going to implement a picking pattern that you can use basically throughout the whole song, and it'll sound really great. So I'll use our first chord C here as the example for the picking pattern. Basically, we'll start off with the bass note of whatever chord you're playing. So that's the 5th string in this example. Then we'll pluck the 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, 3rd string, and then 4th string. So we're basically going down to the higher strings and then back up. So bass note, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. And each pluck will occur on every beat. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And it's as simple as that. And if you go to a chord like a G, your bass note will now be the 6th string. But you'll still go to the 4th string, 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So the G will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And that's the generic picking pattern. Now you'll apply this to every chord that we just learnt in the strummed version. So for the intro, it's just the C and the G. Now when we get to the verse, it's C, A minor, C, A minor for the first line. And you're just playing that picking pattern once for each chord. For the second line, you get F, and then G, C, and then G. So the first 2 lines of the verse will sound like this. So now we get to the 3rd line, and it's C. Now we get to the F and the G. Now remember in the strum version, the F and G were half as long as all the other chords. So we'll have to apply the same principle for this finger-picked pattern. So for the F and G, you'll just be plucking the bass note of your chord, the 4th string, and then the 3rd string, and that's it. So for the F, it's bass 4, 3, and for the G, bass 4, 3. And then we go to the A minor, which is back to the normal full picking pattern, and F. And then for the 4th line, we have G, E, and then A minor. Now the A minor can be played for 2 picking patterns, or for that second picking pattern, you can just hold on the single bass note. Alright, so now I'll play that verse at a slower speed and full speed, and I'll have a close-up of my picking hand so you can see exactly what I'm doing, but it's a very easy picking pattern that's applied the same to each chord. Okay, so now we get to the chorus, and again the chords are going to be exactly the same. So we have F, then A minor, F, then C, and then G. The F, A minor, and F are played for 2 picking patterns, and the C and the G at the end are played for 1 picking pattern each. So the chorus at slow and full speed will sound like this. And then for the post-chorus, it's just those 2 chords, C and G, similar to the intro. And at the end of the song, the chorus is just repeated over and over. You don't go to the post-chorus, you just keep playing the chorus over and over on a loop until the end of the song. So now I'm going to be doing 2 playthroughs of the song with a backing track. The first one will be a strummed version, the second one will be the finger-picked version. So please, I encourage you to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go.
The fourth, the fifth, the minor.
So I hope you guys have enjoyed this lesson for perhaps one of my favourite songs of all time. Hope the good man rests in peace. His song is a classic that will last the end of time, and it's touched so many people. So it's a really great one to learn, especially to celebrate his life and to be thankful for all the music that he's been able to provide for the world. So be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. If you've enjoyed this video, then hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know it means the world to me. Leave your thoughts, comments and questions below, and I'll see you next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers guys.
I was doing just fine before I met you. Drink too much and that's an issue. Okay. Tell your friends it was nice to meet them, but I hope I never see them.